If you want to utilize your knowledge, the professional knowledge you have gained in banking industry, grade officer is a great opportunity. I am going to discuss in this video what you can do in 3 weeks based on the past year analysis of the exam, relative importance of the chapters and sections so that you can focus, and a 3-week summarized plan that will help you in achieving the success. Hello everyone, my name is Chandraprakash Joshi. Wish you a very happy Diwali. You can spin this wheel of fortune at the website ixamBee.com. Many of you must be thinking from where I get all these strategy gyan every day. Here I shall tell you that it is not only me who is contributing into it, but we have a team of experts, those who have cleared multiple competitive exams and have taught thousands of students for preparation of various competitive exams, and they themselves have cracked these exams, worked on senior positions. So these strategic inputs are coming from these faculty with whom you are interacting in live classes conducted at ixamBee. Coming to Bank of India, the exam date is 6th of December. What you can do to score in 2.5 hours during the exam in these 3 sections, and you know that you do not have any sectional time here. You can spend more time in professional knowledge and general awareness. Why? Because English is only qualifying in nature. It is important to qualify English. Without that, you are not going to be considered for the vacancies, but your selection is depending on what you score in professional knowledge and in general awareness. So English is not going to be for the final count, but first start what to do for English for qualification. So you expect medium level, easy to moderate level of questions here. Important topics are like error spotting, sentence improvement, reading comprehension, fillers, close test, parajumbles, idioms and phrases, and your strategy shall be on qualifying the exam. Know it very well in advance. Right now, practice mock test. This is not the time that you go to a grammar book, Wren and Martin high school level grammar, and understand the fundamentals of active voice, passive voice, use of article and then tenses. No. Find out from these sections whether you can do good questions on reading comprehension, or you know most of the idioms and phrases because of the uses, or maybe you are good at finding the errors, setting the sentences by doing parajumbles. Your aim is to get the minimum marks, and time is also a no restriction because you have good 2.5 hours total. Professional knowledge and GA also is not going to take that much of time. But now coming to professional knowledge, which is most important because this is going to be the critical factor your selection. 75 marks, highest weightage is in professional knowledge. Understand it by the breakup of the last year. 2018 the exam was conducted, only 1/4 almost was the numerical. 75% was the conceptual question. 74%, about 1/4 3/4 you can say. I am not saying numericals are less important. I will tell you, just hold. But conceptual clarity is more important. One, of course, the weightage is highest. Secondly, without the conceptual clarity, if you really don't understand the difference between current assets and current liabilities, bills payable or what, you won't be able to even do the numericals. But the good thing about numericals is mostly these are coming from ratio analysis, you can see. And if you combine this with financial statement, because without understanding financial statement, reading balance sheet, income statement and cash flow statement altogether, you have to understand how you can get one information from here and there, which will help you in solving the questions in ratio analysis. Because for attempting all questions of ratio analysis, it is not enough that you just know the formula. You have to understand how the numbers required to be put in the formula to be drawn from the financial statement, from the information given in the question. But this is, I would say, a good portion to cover overall, which is about 1/3 of the exam. Very important section. Then comes the capital budgeting, a different chapter. Go in good understanding here. Costing and break-even point analysis, basics of finance, I would say something related to financial statement, but not all, and you must have done it by now. Understanding risk and risk management, depreciation, working capital management, then money market, accounting. So all these topics are important. If I summarize like this, financial statement analysis most important, With that only you can do the ratio and capital budgeting, cost of capital, risk and risk management, working capital management, basic understanding of accounts and cost sheets, operating and financial leverage. What does it mean? So if you understand leverage, here you will be able to do the leverage ratios. Similarly, break-even analysis and bonds and types of borrowing. Now coming to the macroeconomics part, like understanding of the capital and money markets and understanding of the monetary policy, keep it to the basic level. Why I am highlighting this point? Say for example, when you are preparing for exam like SEBI or RBI or NABARD, being the regulator of the market, here you need understanding of the macro, the system, how the financial markets work, how the entire system work. Especially in RBI it will be more about money market, and in case of SEBI it will be more about capital market. But all these depth is not required when you are going for Bank of India exam. Here your focus is more on the financial analysis, because see the nature of the job. You are going to be a credit officer, means your job is to apply. When people apply for loans, you have to either pass the loan, means you will give the recommendation. Of course it will go to the senior officers. You will have detailed comment based on the financials. Of course non-financials are also there, but I am not talking on that. So you have to understand this analysis in detail, and that may also become a reason for rejections of the various proposals. That is the critical job of the credit officer. Understanding that, go deep into understanding the financial statement and ratio analysis, where conceptual clarity, coming to the strategy here in professional knowledge, conceptual clarity is most important. When you are reading these chapters, just by remembering formula is not going to work. Revise your key points now in last 2 weeks and attempt questions. MCQs are very important here to attempt, because many times what we feel that we have understood the topic very well. Okay, I know the formula how to calculate current ratio. But when the information given is not very direct, you may have to derive something. Then you will feel, oh, I don't know. Or maybe you do a silly mistake which is there in the exam to confuse you. Here, reminding again, do relevant MCQ. Relevant is also very, very important, which are matching to the level required in the exam. And in these MCQs, your conceptual understanding will also become clear. Second is general awareness, because that is also 50 marks. Here, there is a specific reference to banking industry. So 2 types of preparation you have to do. One is banking statistic, one is banking static preparation, second is the current affairs. So when I talk about static knowledge, it means like understanding the basic concepts related to monetary policy, who prepares monetary policy, who does fiscal policy in the country, related terms CRR, SLR, repo, reverse repo, TLTRO are in news also, you will find it in current affairs also. General banking terms, what is current account, saving account, RTGS, NEFT, nowadays there will be UPI, IMPS, and institutions may be like NPCI, where it is headquartered. Is it a private organization or a government organization? You are going for Bank of India exam. Where is Bank of India headquartered? Who is the chairman? General banking regulations and act, don't go to the details, just know there is a act called BR Act, Banking Regulation Act. There is an act like RBI Act, under which RBI is created, and banks were nationalized first in 1969, then in 1980, then about mergers of the banks. So some basic understanding of the sector is required. 3-4 days are good to revise all this in consolidated basis. Current affairs, here latest announcement by RBI or sometime by government also, like recently this loans up to the amount of 2 crore rupees compound interest is to be paid by the government. Supreme Court asked the government of India to do it. So the exam question can be the amount, the loan amount, or the duration, the compound interest for which duration. Latest news related to banking sector, key appointments. Say for example, SBI chairman has been appointed recently, Mr. Dinesh Khara. You shall know the chairman of Bank of India also. Important schemes which are especially related to banking, awards, etc., which are the banks which are merged with Bank of India. Who is Chief Economic Advisor? Mr. Rajeshwar Rao has been appointed as Deputy Governor recently in RBI. And also important journal things. So not only banking, but some common thing, and here the strategy is BeePedia. Last 4 months BeePedia, which you can download from the website and go for the monthly one. On the website you will also find the weekly but download the monthly PDF. This will have all topics. You focus more on topic like banking and finance and economy. Go for important awards, appointment, very important one, prominent one. You can skip topics like science, technology or agriculture at one place. At one place in BeePedia, you get the complete coverage. Many of the students will ask, sir, is it enough? Go by the evidence. In all exams, 80, 90, even last one exam, it was all questions, 100% of the generalized questions were covered in BeePedia. Don't waste your time in finding the content and also getting confused studying at various places when you have this BeePedia giving you all at one place. Now summarizing the 3-week plan here. First for English, which is qualifying 50 marks. Now you shall practice one test every alternate day. For 3 weeks, 1-2 hours a day you spend on English will be good enough, and this is a general guideline. If you are really weak in English, you may have to do slightly more, and if your English is really very good, you may do only one test in a week. For professional knowledge, most important portion, 75 marks, you shall give about 5 hours a day and revise key point as we discussed. Take mock test for all the topics. For general awareness, you shall give about 2 or 3 hours a day, and first 1 week spend on static portion and then current affairs, because it is 50 marks, slightly less than the professional knowledge, but it is having very wide coverage. The syllabus, I would say, will be infinite for general awareness, so you have to do a good balancing act here. Comparison to professional knowledge, where you know most of the syllabus, you have to have a good depth in the given topics. Here you have to have wide coverage in static and current affairs, both keeping a good balance. Now this is the time you focus. What you have been learning so along, please focus in this 3 week. It will make huge difference. Whatever you have been learning so along, now this is the time to get the result out of it by keeping focus, and you can do it. Trust yourself. All the best. Wish this Deepavali brings you more joy, more happiness, all success in your career. For making government exams easy, you have ixamBee. Subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, and don't forget to like and share the video.